played fast in a number of series so far here at Birmingham. But Falcons have the Shikuchi Weaver, who is very speedy. Lacoste and the panel are saying could be a side lane core that is difficult to bring down.
Yeah, she definitely is, but I'm watching this Kunkka. This Kunkka has been pretty much the hero of this whole series, because Nisha did play one hell of a game on this Kunkka, providing them with so much control, disrupting the team fights, and I like what I see from Liquid. This is going to be, as you mentioned, all about the speed, but Keeper of the Light, I'm really impressed so far at this tournament, how much the heroes able to achieve in some of these like early rotations. We see a lot of the times just a TP rotation to one side of the map. He picks up his Urn of Shadows, continue to dominate, and they're also defending the potential block for Keeper of the Light. So they don't want anybody to come into their jungle and block this big camp for Keeper of the Light.
They're guarding it with every member they've got. Make sure that Nisha can farm that up. But yeah, the quick Kotl gets off the mark. Just needs a stun in the lane, basically, when he's moving in for these rotations to find kills. Good early start, though, it looks like, for Crit, as this Shadow Demon will get a quick D-ward in that mid lane. Nisha and Malrine with the body blocks. Looks like Malrine's going to have that wave on his staircase. Good start for him, so that gives him the advantage over the range creep in particular. See what Nisha can do with the Illuminate. I didn't want to go for that range creep, it looks like, in case it got denied. Wants that to push across the river. Can be secured a little later on. Weaver and Mirana also double ranged heroes here against the Kunkka, who's melee, and Avenge, whose range is pathetic, honestly. Let's be real.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of harassment, a lot of right clicks. Range on Mirana, definitely really good. And in this lane, they don't have any kind of a setup for an arrow, so I assume Snaking will put more points into Starstorm, get a point in Leap so he can get out of the combo once he gets hit by a Torrent. But every other hero in the game has a setup for his arrow, so he can be very active in the mid lane. He can just play with any hero on the map. Insania taking a bit of a beating in this top lane, losing half of his HP.
Yeah, Clockwork Luna. Trying to play into Shadow Demon Mars. And things don't get easy either. Think about level 2 for those two Falcons heroes. Definitely can bring a lot of burst damage, and that, of course, displacement from the spear to drag people around. 7-2-2 so far for that Malrine Dragon Knight. A dead even lane between him and the Keeper of the Light. It's also a game here, you know, Mickey Luna against a Crit Shadow Demon. It always used to be the counter, right?
It's always been a counter, but nowadays not as much. There is Shard on Luna that you do pick up relatively early on, so you use those illusions and they immediately are destroyed.
Yeah, into the meat grinder.
Not the best lane for Clockwork. He's going to need to soak up a lot of the damage, and he's also playing into Shadow Demon, so disruption, extra shared damage between him and the illusions. He can be speared back by Mars, so not an easy lane for Clockwork. It's all about securing Mickey's lane.
Yeah, get that Luna off to a good start. Well, we saw in game number 1 that comeback from Liquid. Hit their timings post 20 minutes when the Luna's got a couple of items up her. Foxy.
Oh. Good Torrent, good attempt.
Nice. Yeah, nice attempt at the guesswork there. Snaking, looking a little worse for wear in that bottom lane. Kunkka having a pretty good time, top of the line.
Oh, he got it off. He cancelled his healing style, so that's pretty massive.
Up at top, though. Disruption into Spear. And Insania is here, though, to bodyguard the Luna. These illusions, you know, they're tanky and they last so long, though. Just sticking on that Clockwork, doing quite a bit of chip damage. That's given Omar. Good early start for himself on this Mars. Swarm out onto that bottom lane, though. Skitter charges forward. It looks like Boxy's done for here, even with that magic missile. Snaking will follow through with a leap and get that first blood.
That's what you want to do. You want to isolate the hero on the side. Double bracer on 33 in the bottom lane, but they're still playing very aggressive on him. You mentioned it, a lot of right clicks that's going to come out from these two range heroes.
Yeah, they're so good at putting you within that kill threshold, taking you down to, you know, 50, 40% HP, then going for the finishing blow.
He died.
Of course, keeping up that farm on Skitter's Weaver. It's non-stop pressure onto the Liquid heroes. Not a comfortable laning stage across the board. 19-7 on that DK. Malrine, he loves his denies, doesn't he?
He really does. He's one of those guys that focuses on every single CS.
He would have
It's
fit
what we
in.
call try hard. Dude, I can't believe he's trying so hard in a professional game.
Yeah, sweaty gameplay. I mean, he would have fit in, you know, 5-6 years ago when we had the denies, you know, not letting XP or gold stuff go to your opponents. It was bad back then.
The prize is mine.
Looks like that Mirana going on a bit of a wander to gather up the bounty rune. Top one still standing there. If one of the mid laners wants to go and grab it, as are the water runes. This feels like one of those games where we're going to have like 4v4 mid lane at 6 minutes, doesn't it?
Most likely, because you will have Dragon Knight with the Dragon Cell stun available, level 6, potentially level 4 on Mirana, so he does have a setup. One stun could make an easy kill onto that Caudle, who can be super elusive. Insania.
Tons of damage onto that Clockwork. Not quite finishing him off, but again, uncomfortable lane for Liquid, getting what CS they can onto Mickey. Just using HP as a resource, right? Clockwork just using his body to make sure that Mickey stays reasonably safe. And some good stacks built up by Nisha, it looks like, as well. Big
Trying to stack it one more time.
Was he using Courier to scout it? Just bringing the urn out. Clear out that medium camp for himself.
Yeah, might drop down Observer here on the hill just so that he sees any kind of attempt from Falcons if they want to invade his jungle. This is what Caudle does the best, farms the jungle super quickly. That's why he also had the Sentry Ward available, and there it is, the Observer Ward, just in case somebody wants to be sneaky, try to steal some of his XP. Is not level 6 yet, but as soon as he gets it, you can expect a rotation maybe to come out with... Oh, nice block.
Hang on. Insania. Is this the third stack of poison coming? He's
dead.
Just dead. Oh, hang on a second. He's popped the stick. Still going to die to that extra tick. Crit with that little niche, little spot where he's got him stuck between the illusions.
That was nicely done. Nisha, level 6, Spirit Form available.
Where's his first rotation? And panel said Weaver's kind of difficult, so does Nisha move top? Does he just focus on stacking?
He doesn't necessarily need to move like straight away. He can continue to farm up. There is still a stack to be taken. Right, stealing the bounty rune, and Malrine drops down an Observer Ward. He's like, yep, that's juicy. I might be able to kill it. And holding on to Shield Rune, so Dragon Knight can't tank the tower, even though he does have only 1 point in Dragon Blood. Should be enough. There is that rotation that we talked about. Nisha makes a move.
Yeah, I mean, Malrine pretty happy to gather up that little stack that was built up. And it looks like Amar has the read as well. There was that ward placed in behind to scout the movements out. The Falcons for now dodging the early aggression that Caudle was trying to bring.
The good thing about failed attempt from Caudle is he's so speedy. You have Windlace, you have Boots of Speed moving at 4-1 of 5.
There's like very little redundancy, right? You make a move, you're straight back into lane, you're farming jungle on the way through. Every step you make, you're getting something done. There's no real wasted time. 3-3, halfway through level 5. Of course, level 6, super important for him here to get that X and boat potential there to try and combo down the Weaver with the control they've got. If Nisha joins, of course.
Attempt number 2. Crit. He's in a lot of trouble right now. You get Solar Bind on you, it's like 95% chance you're gonna die.
Yeah, not too many ways to weasel out of it. Nisha gonna pick up that first kill for himself. First kill for Liquid as well, but they're looking for that second one.
Perfect timing. He got level 6 off of that. That's such a nice play, and
he's
he
gonna
needs
die.
to bail. Yeah, he's very dead here, Malrine. If he gets the stun off.
3-3, Coco's run is about to end. No more courage from his boat. And with the stuns coming through, Falcons will clear out the Kunkka. 3-1. Making these moves. Liquid trying. Falcons have all the answers so far, though. Yep. Dodging the gank top, getting Amar pretty farmed. Now the Mars is level 6. Holding on to that point, though.
We've seen a lot of these offlaners going for the mid-rotations when things are not going good too well. If they decide to dive, offlaners, like a lot of the times, will just TP, try to get a kill. Keeper of the Light, very elusive, but if he gets inside of the arena pre-BKB, this hero is very killable. One of the reasons why they decided to last pick Vengeful Spirit, because they want to break this combo. They want to break the big combo, Dragon Tail into Arrow, or just like, because they have so many setup that they can do for the Arrow. 33 continues to farm up in this bottom lane, on the bottom of net worth right now.
I mean, the 3 Liquid cores behind all of their counterparts. Mars right up at the top, over 4,000, as is Malrine. So that's going to be quick Blink Dagger on the Dragon Knight for sure. And what's up for the Mars this time around? Is it a Yule Scepter again? Because that's felt like the go-to for Amar's Mars.
In the first game, he did buy Yules, but this time around, he wants to pick up a Blink Dagger, wants to be the initiator, and also getting a BKB. There's the arena, Nisha.
Oh, trying to ring around the Rosie there, but the Mars has the connection with the spear to bring him down. Snaking, running around, but Falcons have brought the numbers in here to surround Insania. Illusions and poison chasing and stacking up onto the clockwork. As Maureen goes for the breathe fire, and the spear from Amar will take him down. Liquid, though, returning fire. Great torrent boat in onto Maureen and crit. The Dragon Knight drops, and the X-Mark is there to drag crit back into Liquid.
They needed that rotation from 33, and even Mickey, TP to a mid lane, having a point in Eclipse, even though he does have only 1 point in Lucent Beam, just to, provide him with a little extra, and Maureen hits them with Relax, guys. Okay.
Well, you said
getting
it.
Spicier.
Troy Hard, sweaty.
Radiant's middle tower.
Getting into these serious positions. I mean, don't forget the stakes. And his lower bracket elimination time, game 3.
Yep, Maldreen, not too happy about that death. Delaying his Blink Dagger. Needs another 500 gold for it.
With all that noise in the mid lane, Mickey super happy in the past couple of minutes. Races up to the top of the net worth, finishes off the Mask of Madness, so it is acceleration time for the Luna.
We've seen what Lunax can do if they have a complete free farm. Team Liquid, they are stacking. They have all 3 cores who can easily clear the stacks. I think you leave the big camp to Luna, and maybe... I mean, it also depends, because this time around 33 is not going for a Blade Mail, so skipping it completely will rush that Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, wow, yeah. Phase double bracer straight into Ags. I mean, Kunkka doesn't need to buy a Blink Dagger or anything like that. Which says DK and Mars do. Liquid looks like they're just stepping back for a bit of breathing room here to stack some camps. Build up bank for that Luna.
Insania needs a little bit of a time to get his level 6, so we'll probably take the lane top, maybe die for the greater cause, try to bait one of the big spells.
Yeah, just put his body in front of that tier 1 tower, soak things up, see if Falcons come for it. There was a catapult wave there as well, of course, making sure he can get the job done. Falcons, and it's time to debut the Blink Daggers. Dragon Tail into arrow onto Nisha here. Crit with the poison. Bop is available, but
not enough.
Will not help them whatsoever. Nisha down and banished onto the clockwork in his own cogs, trapped in his own cage as Skitter arrives and chases Boxy. X-Mark got him, Shikuchi there. Skitter, can he slip away from this with the battery spot on him?
Tried with the time lapse.
Tries the time lapse, but dies anyway. Hook shot in. Insania catches up to the Mirana now as 3-3 charges forward. Dragon Knight blinks over to try and deal with the clockwork. Mickey's come in. Turning this net worth into impact.
Arena available on
Dangerous
Amar.
though. The banish is there into the arrow, and Amar with the arena. Falcons bring the big team fight to wallop them. A double kill for Amar. 3-3, too tanky to deal with, so Falcons happy with what they've got.
Ooh, Team Liquid, they didn't relax. They wanted to bring extra numbers, and Amar with that arena securing 2 big kills. Now a 3k gold lead for Falcons. Their heroes are super tanky. That's exactly what they need to do. Take out Keeper of the Light immediately first, so there's no heal that is going to come out from his, Illuminates. There's also no Spirit Vessel. And Amar, Moonlight Shadow, providing them with a little bit of invisibility. There is a Sentry Ward, but yeah, we talked about these arrow setups. Every single hero on their side has some kind of an arrow setup.
Yeah, it starts with a combo, right? Dragon Tail arrow, ends with a combo. Disruption into arrow. Falcons non-stop chain stuns. Yeah, disappointment. Mickey. Not too much he could do there. Unluck. We do now have Insania level 6 with that hook shot. Top tier 1 still standing as Falcons look like they were bringing heroes up there to take it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This time around, Coddle has been shut down. We haven't seen these big moves, the lowest network core in the game. Not a place where he wants to be, so continues to farm up, about to finish off his Boots of Travel to have a little bit more global presence, can play off Clockwork. 33 changes his mind. He's like, I need to farm. I need this Blade Mail to be able to clear the stacks as well. Because if I rush Aghanim Scepter, I won't be able to do that. It's going to take slightly longer, but yeah, I kind of like the adjustment coming up from him.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're playing into double blink, you want something that can actually stand your ground and fight a little bit. Match the tempo of the Falcons. If you rush that Aghanim Scepter, you're left, buying so many components. With
Good arena again from Amar.
Amar is in onto the Nisha Kotal once again, but the boat's over the top here. Protection for the Keeper of the Light. Buying time with a heal out of the Illuminate as well.
Nisha's in trouble.
Amar is the one in trouble too. They'll take down the Kotal. Amar will die. Spears back 3-3. Skitter opens up, chasing the Kunkka down. Skidder on the tail of 3-3. Insania, though, is going to be able to come through, bodyguard him,
They're not
and
done
be
yet.
the hero that's sacrificed. Clockwork arrowed up and taken down. And, oh, the Vengeful Spirit still here as well. Boxy, another casualty of war, as 3-3 rejoin the fight. I thought he was out, safe and
Disaster for
sound.
Liquid.
Save your body syndrome in full effect.
They don't have enough. They don't have enough damage if there's no Keeper of the Light. They need those blasts to go off. They need Chakra Magic. Like usually in some of these fights, in the first game, you'll see Keeper of the Light managing to get 3-4 blasts in a fight. He's the one who's dictating how the fights are going to be played out. But every single time he gets jumped, it needs to be Insania. Like Boxy, he needs to be behind him and to try to swap him out of the trouble. It came out, but slightly too late.
Again, it's Amar, right? Making them uncomfortable in these fights, getting the jump.
How that fight played out. Going into Gleipnir, so that's going to be another way of keeping them in place, stopping the TPs, and also he's the only hero who doesn't have a setup for Arrow, so that's going to be his.
Sneaky little ward. Insania wanting to protect that top jungle. I'm still looking at Dire Tier 1 alive. Half HP, defended by Nisha for now.
Radiant are scanning.
Bringing numbers as well. This is where Falcons want to play into. Dragon form, catapult wave, push the tower, get something done.
Oh, never thinking about it, but they need to...
Animation cancelled the hook shot there.
Hook shot and nether swap. They need to save this swap for defensive purposes. Roshan available on Dire's side. Maybe if they could get a good fight with 1 or 2 kills, they could turn that into Roche.
Definitely potential.
Still tier 1 tower available in the bottom lane. Big TPs from Falcons.
They've got a disruption here. Fritz setting up, but the arrows blocked by Insania. Maybe buying enough space for the Kunkka to get the bow to the X down, but 3-3 completely surrounded. Far too far behind enemy lines here. Maelstrom procs and the damage from Skitter. Shikuchiing forward, should be able to clear him out. A denial, the neutral's not going to come. Nice attempt as Insania has to hookshot back through the creep wave, but Amar's on his tail. Another Blink Dragon Tail stuns him up, and Clockwork's down as well.
Falcons are on a roll right now. The 2 supports are so extremely farmed. Shadow Demon, he's catching up with Kunkka pretty much. Does have a Blink Dagger available. You also have Mech. This is snaking special whenever he plays Mirana as a position 5, building all these auras, getting Guardian Greaves, sometimes getting a pipe, has a Force Staff in his inventory right now to push people out of trouble. Great against Clockwork, not just for you, but for the teammate as well, because you do have a leap for yourself. Nisha desperately needs a BKB in this game.
Again, yeah. Yeah, we saw it in that game number 1. Spirit Wrestle, Boots of Travel into BKB just to protect against Amar's aggression. And we're going to see it one more time. Blinks past. A little juke around the trees. Not going to work out for Nisha here. Oh, just look at how many heroes they have out of the woodwork. 4 members strong immediately on top of that Kotl when they see him.
Kret is setting so many kills. Look at him going through the twin gates, setting things up. Now TPing to the bottom lane. Again, playing with Amar. They're
straight
so
in.
quick, moving across the map.
Arena.
This beautiful Dota.
Right onto Boxy in 3-3. They get another boat down. Disruption to save up Amar in case he got turned on. Skitter's so speedy though. Shikuchiing forward to look at Boxy. Targeting the Vengeful Spirit. Not quite able to catch up to her just yet, but there we go. The next Shikuchi forward takes down the Venge and the disengage. Insania, he's back in, but turned on by Malrine. Stun spear, killed off. Liquid bleeding out. The Falcons' aggression, an 8K lead, 18-5, just never ending.
Team Liquid, they need another couple of minutes. They need a BKB on Keeper of the Light, as we said. They need an item on Kunkka right now. He doesn't provide them with much. It's pretty much Blade Mail into Ghost Ship. His damage is not coming out in the fight. Also, check the damage from Kotl. Nisha, 0 damage in the previous fight. Every single time he's the one who's getting jumped.
A golden thread.
Yeah, jump, speared, arena'd. Every
Didn't
time
want to even
spotted.
join this one. He's like, yeah, guys, keep them busy somehow. I need my BKB. I'm not joining.
He's got to. He's got to sit back and farm. When Nisha yearns for the mines right now. Oh, he's got to get that BKB as quickly as possible. Skitter. Popping off into that top left corner. Does have the rest of Falcons coming into position. Amar shows on wave and on lane ward. Neither team has their full force here, though. Look at this, right? As you said it, the call from Nisha is like, protect me, please, bodyguard me. Clockwork and Venge sat laying in wait.
That's definitely his call. Calling the shots to just delay as much as they can. Luna also needs a BKB for the next fight. Doesn't have a single component yet, does have 2,000 gold, however.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's so many blink daggers. As soon as Falcons see a hero, they've got 3 heroes immediately jumping in. You know, Shikuchi as well, this ability to swiftly move into the team fights whenever you want to. Shadow Demon, of course, can use that blink both aggressively and defensively with the disruption to help people out. Hell, Snaking's Leap's basically a blink dagger in its own right. The mobility is insane for the Falcons in this game.
It really is. Once they pick up the BKBs, one now finished on Amar. Skeeter also building into his. Dragonite, you know, he doesn't need an early BKB. So going for Manta style now, more illusions. This is going to be a big timing. 20 minutes. They want to take out the Tormi. Let's see who's going to get it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yes, the Mirana Shard.
Would prefer to have it on Shadow Demon, of course, because of the spell mechanic, that extra heal that he provides in a team fight.
3-3 Athena. Falcons pretty content just to come back, gather up the farm that's waiting on their side of the map.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, we're going to see the replay of this ugly-looking fella dying. Highlight of the tournament so far, I would say. I don't know, something about Kobold. They're my best creeps in the game, no doubt about it. We need ancient Kobolds.
Ancient Kobold Shaman gonna come out and destroy you. Hell yeah. It's just they're so funny, ugly looking, you know. They've got this this weird charm about them. Wisdom Rune stolen by Amar. Rocket Flare sees him as he retreats away from that right-hand side of the map. This is where Liquid very much dodging fights. You talked about the BKB on Kotl, but also about the Luna and her timing. In game number 1, it was very much a wait until minute 25, then you come out your shell a little bit and play some Dota 2.
They did prolong the second game for almost 57 minutes. This time, they didn't even kill a tier 1 tower in this bottom lane, so they can't go for these shenanigans. Their heroes are also not as good for doing what they were doing in the previous game. Maybe Clockwork can try to buy a little bit more time. Manta style from Mickey can try to outpush the waves. And here they come. Roshan being scouted by a rocket, but I don't think they're going to take that fight.
Yeah, there's no way
Not the fastest Roshan. Right there, you have Dragonite, you have minus armor from the Swarm. They are teeping in.
We've seen plenty of this now, though, right? Even with the opponent getting Aegis, you want to play into them aggressively so you can immediately pop that Aegis, get an advantageous fight, try and play into vision. But right now, it's lane vision for the Radiant, a smoke from them as well, and Liquid unable to grasp onto Falcons as they make a hasty retreat from the Roche pit.
Slightly too late. They have this Aghanim Scepter now on Kunkka that they wanted to use. They do have BKB on Kotl, so 2 big items and also a third one coming out. Mickey with his BKB. They were fight ready. They needed those items to be delivered like 30 seconds earlier and would definitely go in and contest the Roche.
Yeah, a game of inches. A matter of 30 seconds away from contesting. Not quite ready for it. And this is going to give Falcons a lot of momentum now. Aegis for the Weaver means Skitter has plenty of tools behind him, but also plenty of tools himself to escape danger. He can set up for these tier 2 pushes quite simply.
Amar in a good spot for a jump.
Yeah, they've got some cool observer wards in lane and scouting out that little bit of the pocket in the jungle. You can see Insania planting a couple of sentries down, trying to find these wards, but to no avail. Every lane is being pushed in hard. Mid lane shoved by the Mirana. Top lane finally dealt with by Liquid.
Vox is in a really bad spot. It doesn't have much farm. When you're playing position 4 Vengeful Spirit, you want to be fighting, you want to be, getting things done. You want to be ahead so you can farm your Aghanim Scepter and then go in, swap somebody aggressively. This time around, he can't find anything. He's the lowest net worth core. Insania is the one who's farming the creep waves. Does have a Solar Crest now, so that's going to be a little bit of extra protection against all of this physical damage there is available on Falcons.
Stack the auras, stack the protection on this Luna. Try and get Mickey into a position of power. bit risky there, pushing out that mid wave.
Luna's gonna be super tanky. Shard just got delivered, so that 25 damage reduction plus Solar Crest on Clockwork and also the barrier that you get from Vengeful Spirit swap could make the fight slightly more difficult for Falcons because she can be super tanky. Clockwork.
Oh, well, I got the X-Mark drag back. Marana with the leaps and the Force Staff has a Lotus and Disruption from Crit to save her. Liquid trying to rally around.
He's still alive. Graves in a second.
Snake King finally dead. Streak is taken. Crit in the tree line to the right-hand side. Skidder in the middle of the fight, though, going straight for Insania. Down the Clockwork's throat and trying to bring him down as quickly as possible through the BKB duration. Amar, though, with Crit have brought down Boxy, and Skidder turns onto the Conquer now.
Storm, can he get it off?
Boxy had to buy back to come into this. The arena's down. 3-3 turning to try and fight. Skidder, low HP, but has Aegis and a wand. First life gone. Liquid, can they catch the Weaver here? Malrine says no, jump in to protect my carry. Mickey out of mana.
He needs Totrum, not available. Everybody's out of mana.
Trying to grab up Lotuses in the middle of a fight. Nisha swarmed up, and a stun there on Mickey on the left-hand side.
Back from Boxy, they're not done.
Nisha's down. Mickey's just got a BKB TP home.
Oh, you have Keeper of the Light on your team, but you have no mana. This mana break talent from Weaver causing a lot of issues, and Malrine finally feeling comfortable enough to use some of these tips that he got in the early stages of the game. What a big fight for Falcons.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, again, asserting their dominance, turning this lead, and 8,000 damage almost from the Weaver. Massive stuff from Skitter there.
Basically, the whole team of Team Liquid. You can see that Luna is super tanky, but she needs another item. I think this is the time, like 25, 26 minutes, where you want to have your Kanda, you want to have your level 20 talent. Mickey is pretty high level. He might be the highest level in the game. He is, because he did soak up some of that solo XP.
And Stania just walking into Skitter here, hookshotting to Ancients, gets a bit of distance, and Skitter, of course, doesn't want to follow through. Liquid very much on the back foot right now, though. Quite a deficit here in Game 3.
Regeneration.
With elimination on the line, you're going to have to pull out all the stops to get Mickey into a spot where he's comfortable to fight.
Dire's top tower.
Yes, Liquid Draft works very well when they're the ones pressing, getting onto objectives with Luna on the front lines, healing with Cottle, swapping with Venge. But when Falcons are the ones making the moves, you know, Amar every time jumping, catching, stunning with the DK as well.
Nisha has been shut down. I want to see the damage dealt overall, just to see like how much Cottle has had impact in this game, because I feel like his damage isn't really that high. Yeah, might be even almost lowest in the team.
And they've got another jump. Disruption after Dragon Tail. Trying with the spear back. Amar and Malrine opening up on Boxy to blow him up, and Insania dead as well inside the arena. 3-3. Torrent defensively. Malrine another jump forward. Moonlight Shadow to try and obscure the movement from Falcons to get onto a Mickey who has the BKB in a clip.
The fight.
The defensive tools used by Liquid, pulling out all the stops just to survive. Gleipnir's there though, and the Falcons charging forward, looking for the move on the 3-3's Kunkka.
Cat is there. Arrow.
The chain stun's too much.
Once you start running away from them, you have 3 cores pretty much who can easily close the gap. 3 Blink Daggers, Shikuchi, Weaver as well. These leaps as well with the Force Staff. They can, like, once you lose a hero or 2, you know the Team Falcons will go for more.
It's like 3,000, 4,000 catch range from some of these heroes.
Everybody's buying a BKB. Even BKB queued up on Snaking.
That's a nullifier done for Amar as well.
He wants to lock onto a target and kill it off immediately. No Force Staff, no shenanigans. Box is not having a game.
Nope.
This is not a fun time for him.
27-7. 17 grand, 18 now to the good for Falcons. This map getting smaller and smaller for Team Liquid. They need some breathing room. And
Malrine being an admin. Insania hits him with these.
I press and it doesn't press. Smiley face as well. Oh, Insania, we love you. This is a hard one for Liquid.
It really is.
High ground defense though, how are they looking with Cottle, with Venge swap?
Team Falcons, they're not going to allow them to go for these like multiple chakrams, these torrents. They're going to blink in, pop a BKB, and go for a kill.
Amar and his signature hero just showing off his chat wheel lines. Yeah, the way these fights have been going, with the vision, the movement from Falcons, this Moonlight Shadow just giving you free smokes basically throughout the game, gets them into positions where they can blink, stun, surprise, and eliminate Liquid heroes in the blink of an eye. A scratch to the head and a good old think from 3-3. You really do have to ponder the orb in this game to really find any way to come back into it. And you got Torrent Storm. You got a big Luna, but I'm not sure Mickey is large enough. Still needs to finish off Kanda, then Butterfly, then Satanic. That's a long way to go. Couple of tier 3 items coming through though. Cloak of Flames for Clockwork. And Stanley's done a pretty good job just getting in the front lines, causing that havoc and chaos.
On board.
McKay now in the bottom lane, trying to get to his Kanda. Still far away from it. They need to get like one big team fight with the Torrent Storm that is hitting multiple people while he gets the Eclipse off and starts to dish in some damage. Also has a good neutral item, Nemesis Curse, so dealing more damage, but also can be bursted down easily. Insania getting jumped.
And he just came over here to try and grab some Lotuses. Trying to use his free time for something good, but Malrine is there to shut it down. No fun allowed. Well, it's not just Malrine either, it's 4 members of Falcons to kill off a lonely Clockwork. Job well done by Instania. Space and time for 3-3 and Mickey to farm themselves across the map. TPs quickly though onto 3-3. Skitter scouts him, and they'll turn onto Boxy. An easier target here with a Gleipnir into Arrow, just slipping past him, but nonetheless, dead and a beyond godlike Weaver continuing his streak.
Whoever they see, they just lock onto a target with so many initiation tools. And look at Crit, he's already lurking around this top lane. Might set things up on Nisha.
He knows.
Needs some kind of vision. Let's see if he can get a BKB off.
Oh, he does, but the physical damage is overwhelming from Falcons. Kotl dead. He has buyback, but you can't be using it now, can you?
Oh, Insania, he's trying to go for the wave on the top lane, but also mid lane is gonna approach soon. Team Liquid, getting caught again.
They've got 3-3 trapped in the arena. He's down and out. Buyback's available for Liquid here. You might have to use one of them to defend your base. Oh, I'm not sure about this. Creep wave starting to come back across the map, and Insania, he's trying his hardest here to delay the inevitable.
Arrow,
In comes
well hit him.
Arrow hits the Clockwork, and Amar is dominating.
They're ready to close this one out. They feel that Liquid, they don't have what it takes to punch back. There's just not enough damage. Meke trying to get his item. Kanda now finished, needs to TP back to base. Damage has already been done.
Yeah, I mean, they glyph up now. They'll have another one in a second, but this tier 3 is done for. Serious structural damage being done by the Falcons, forcing that second glyph already.
Look at Snaking, he overtook 33, might overtake Nisha as well in terms of farm.
He's massive. Right, down go your buildings. Entire mid lane of Rax absolutely demolished. Mickey trying to front line and maybe a follow-through play onto Malrine here with an X mark in, Solarbind thrown, but the save from Crit buys the time until Instania comes in.
Crit.
Liquid forcing the fight. Instania's gone deep. Crit is taunted up inside the cage, but Skitter is still just owning them all. A blinding light pushback, dodges the stun with a BKB.
Crit with the buyback. They want to go and try to end it. He's deeping in.
Skitter's back to full HP. Time lapses off, shrugs off the damage. Amar with his own and the arena.
4-man arena.
Turns around the 4-man God's Rebuke as well. In comes the damage, layered on top. Boxy and 3-3 in serious trouble, trying with the Torrent Storm. But that Cogs will
they're living.
not allow anything further here.
Considering it was a 4-man arena, surprised that they didn't die on more heroes. They had to use a buyback, but so did Crit. Roshan is available, so they can go and try to take that one. They can try to reset, heal up a little bit more.
But that was a concerted effort from Liquid to try and punch back.
They used everything. They used everything on Crit, popped that BKB on Luna with the Eclipse. Torrent Storm came in slightly later, so they did not want to fully commit overall, but yeah, they lack damage. Like, if Luna is not hitting heroes, they're not going to be able to bring them down. These are like 3 very tanky cores on Falcons.
Roshan.
And then knowing they've gone down mid, got what they came for, straight back across the map.
Roshan has been scouted by Liquid.
Tormentor for Falcons. Amar now with a shard. I mean, we've seen what he can do with these arena spears. With the upgraded spear, it's going to be a nightmare for Liquid in these fights. Now look at what he's queued up on Mickey. That is desperately needed right now. All the damage you can muster.
He was thinking about picking up something different, but it might be time. It might be time to try to get that Divine Rapier online because, as we said, you do lack damage.
Snaking, full-on scaling now. Elven Tunic for him. Super tanky on this Mirana. Mickey, yeah, trying to hoover up all the farm on the map to get to that key component that maybe gives Liquid a chance here in Game 3. Falcons set themselves up for the big man in the pit. It's just a very difficult ask right now. Like you said, Kunkka, you know, below the Mirana in net worth. 20, like the farm distribution from Falcons is monstrous. 20k on each core.
Amar now with the full Satanic for the next fight, so that's going to be his sustain. If he gets a God's Rebuke, even on 2 heroes, he's going to go back to full HP.
Okay, grabs an Arcane Rune, but he's being spied on here by Snaking. Shows himself to the illusions. What are we now? 1100 away for Rapier.
Finders, keepers.
Dire's bottom tower is
Skitter
under
on
attack.
the hunt. You're going to see some
Dire's
empty jungle
bottom
camps
tower
and understand.
has fallen.
Well, Luna was here not too long
Radiant
ago.
scanning.
Shikuchi on the wave. Liquid might have spotted that, but I don't know if they did. The ward there from Dire, making sure that
hunting.
the courier is protected, but Mickey is unprotected. Skitter on top of the Luna, the rest of the Falcons rallying around the Weaver, the swap
Ready
back,
with the swap.
saving
Nicely
the
timed.
Luna. They'll lose Boxy here for sure, but they kept Mickey alive. They kept themselves in the game, but Amar might shut this down with a 2-man spear in the arena. He's taken her down. Luna's gone and has to buy back.
They're running out of steam right now.
Skitter goes deep. His BKB ended though. That damage comes out of Liquid. They bring down the Weaver the once. Marine and Amar on the front lines though, and Instania falling quickly. Marine, Skitter in trouble. Oh, they've got him.
They got him. Can it get more?
If they can catch up to Quid here,
does connect.
it's a massive fight for Liquid, but
Skitter with
Marine
the
for the
buy.
Luna.
Won't use
Mickey,
time lapse.
they got
He's a
Rebuke.
caudal.
Amar, he's got that double.
It's
3-3.
time connected. Keeper of the light with the buy.
He's the last man standing now. It's all done. It's all over.
Oh, they want to close it out. Buyback from Snaking coming out. Skeeter with the sneaky buyback.
There's no buyback
Uses
left for
time
Liquid.
lapse. There's no buys. They can try to go
I
and
mean,
just end it. This is like 90 seconds without your Luna. You don't have damage.
Nisha is a good player, but I'm not sure he can 1v5 Falcons right now with a Keeper of the Light.
Not with this amount of farm.
Gandalf can take down Balrogs. Falcons, they're a different beast. This is it. Elimination. Liquid. They'll get the spear onto the Cockle, take him down. GG. Falcons.